Hello, everyone! Oh, gosh. I was just eating and now my throat's all clogged. But anyways, hello, everyone! I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 5, Week 5, Day 4. So today, of course, we got the Archer Hero class. Probably going to be a little bit of token grinding as well, because today will be the last day to do so for a little while. Due to Vault events. We'll be power grinding that by using the quick kill. Oh, Tribute's ready. By using the quick kill Dust Devil team. And that was perfect timing on Tribute. But I'll be using this team pretty much all weekend to end up farming up as many gnomes as we possibly can. It starts in 7 hours from now. So definitely a good time to be grinding this weekend during those 3 days. Highly, highly advised, as the amount of resources that you get during that time is substantially higher compared to what you would normally get. It's like 5 to 10 hours of farming within a single hour as far as overall value. So insanely good time to be doing stuff. But anyway, sorry that we're a little bit late again today. It was mostly because of Age of Calamity, because obviously I didn't eat dinner yet. And I've been going a little bit longer on those streams. And it's been pushing dinner back, which has been pushing this stream back, because I normally don't like to rush with dinner if I could help it. But yeah, that's the main thing that's been doing it. But luckily, we're probably not doing Age of Calamity again for quite some time. I might do one stream for it next week if we do. Or it might just be guide videos, because those do much better than streams anyways. But there is some farming we'd have to do, and if we need to do it anyways, might as well do it on stream. But anyways, that won't be for a while, so should be good to go for the following several nights, if nothing else. At perfectly normal time, hopefully. But anyways, so yeah, let's start with the class event. So last night the devs actually did stream Puzzle Quest 3 for the first time, which is pretty cool. They went over a bunch of info with that. That's not where I wanted to go. Actually, that would be fine to do, though. We do need to do that, don't we? But they ended up streaming that last night, and kind of interesting. They kind of gave their insights on the game and some future plans, and it was overall pretty fun. Nothing really to mention in regards to Gems of War, since some people did ask some Gems of War question, but they said no, it's only for Puzzle Quest 3. So they didn't actually answer anything in that regard, unfortunately. Because it's rare that we ever have Steve on stream. He's the lead developer of both the games. Also, he mentioned on stream, I didn't realize he made that many games. I know he made like maybe like 2 dozen or so, but he's made 35 games. I did not realize it was that many. So I'm pretty sure that counts iterations of games. Like Puzzle Quest 1, 2, 3, like each one of those probably counts as an individual game, I would assume. Anyways, I'm looking for Phoenicia. Anyways, hello, hello Interception, hello Bill, hello Tyrion, hello Eric, hello, hello Cookie, hello Hung, hello Mr. Jesse, hello Sushi Ninja, which reminds me, I still need to get sushi. I still haven't. I've been hungry for sushi for like 2 months now, and I still haven't gotten any. I'm not sure if any sushi places are open, which is the problem. Or any good sushi places that are open, I should say. Hello, Ricardo, and hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. And hello, Isabel, if I never say hello. I see you've woken from your nap. When you said you were taking a nap earlier, I thought you were going to nap all the way until like 3 a.m., then wake up at 3 a.m. and power grind. Based on how you described it earlier. Oh yes, it was really funny. During the Puzzle Quest 3 stream, I think 80% of chat was my guild. That is how active our guild is in Puzzle Quest 3. That I'm pretty sure 80% of the chat was our guild, as far as people actually actively talking in chat. Let's see whether that down. Which, hey, at least we'll have a #1 guild for one game. It's ridiculously hard to try doing it for Gems of War. It will be for Puzzle Quest 3 too once it finally launches. I give it a couple months and it might not be the case anymore. Just because it's early access, it's a lot easier too, of course. Kind of what happened on Switch too. Like initially on Switch we were basically the #1 guild, but that lasted for like 2 weeks. And that was also because a lot of people in the guild were both playing the PC version and the Switch version. And then obviously most people eventually went back to the just the other version that they were playing. either the other console version that they were doing or the PC version. Which is basically what happened to us after like a month or two. Will the game be released on PC? Yes, it will be released on Steam. They even said they might do some early access on Steam. Though no confirmation on that. Which will be interesting because Gems of War never had an early access on Steam. They only did it exclusively on Android, the early access. At no point did it was basically fully launched by the time it was on Steam. Or not basically, it was fully launched when it launched on Steam. But yeah, they do have plans to get it on Steam. They do have plans to get it on console. I'm not sure what else, but their first priority is definitely to get it onto iOS because currently it's only on Android. And then their priority after that is probably to get it on Steam. And then after that, who knows, but it'll probably be PS5 and Xbox, I would assume, after that. I feel like the game would work amazingly on Switch, though. Because the touchscreen would make it a lot more convenient. Though if they do it in any order like they did Gems of War, Switch will be literally the very last one. Though in all fairness, Switch didn't even exist when Gems of War was made. But yeah, so PC release, no official times. They didn't give us any times for anything. Other than, they didn't even give us a soon TM. So it could still be a while before it happens. If I had to guess, 3 months from now, probably. Or less. Probably either the end of quarter 3 or the sometime in quarter 4. They will likely get it out. Yeah, I wish there was a good sushi place within walking distance of me. There are some sushi places within walking distance of me. They are not good, though. It's the problem. That is the problem. Oh yeah, I need a team for this, don't we? Luckily, we make them every Monday, so we are good to go. And of course, we have to copy-paste for them on the Monday video as well. So everyone can have them. Well, let's just use these. It's so convenient just having it done at the beginning of the week so I don't have to worry about building the teams. Plus, it helps everyone else out. Helps save time throughout the week. Just get it all done on Monday and then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. The only team I normally don't show is whatever the weekend one is. Which generally for this weekend is going to be the Rowan build or the Dust Devil Ironhawk build, depending on which one you have. Why did I take that? It actually did quite literally nothing. Oh yeah, I really do hope we get more information on the new Switch. We didn't at E3. Based on when Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out, we could pretty safely assume it's going to be holiday 2022 of next year. There's no way they're going to do it this year. Because they're likely going to want Breath of the Wild 2, maybe Mario Kart 9, and maybe like one other really big thing. Because they need something launch title-wise. It's all still going to run on normal Switch, of course. But it's just going to be a more powerful model. If nothing else, hopefully I'll have better loading time for Age of Calamity. Gosh, that game has absurd loading times. Luckily, Gems of War isn't too bad. Or is Puzzle Quest 3. Gems of War normally has a few seconds. Puzzle Quest 3, a little bit closer to 5 to 10 seconds. But it is doing 3D models and everything. Age of Calamity first stage on Switch can have like a 30-second to minute loading time. It is very, very long. There's actually some maps where the loading time is so long that the map itself is shorter than the loading time to get into it. Which is pretty insane. Actually, we went through the entire storyline of that game on stream again today. Because we're doing on max difficulty, the new one that was added in the DLC. And I went to the bathroom during the final boss loading screen. Like the one to get into the final stage of the game, storyline-wise. And I went to the bathroom, came back, and it was still loading. I didn't even intend for that to happen. But, yeah, that was the case. It actually took that long. But yeah, PS5, I've seen some things with it. It like doesn't even have loading screens in many instances. Like, it's pretty insane how quick technology is getting in some regards. I still don't feel like I would ever get a PS5 though. I generally don't play extremely graphic intense games. And if I do, I generally just do it on PC, which is fast enough anyways. Oh, I was just thinking that ellcarjen turn, that doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I did mention about the Dragon Hero class for the game. Does it conflict with the storyline? I actually haven't read with the storyline yet for Puzzle Quest 3. I've been holding out on it because I wanted to do it for the first time when the game actually launches. That is the game plan. Hopefully they'll add a new character at launch too. Otherwise I'm rerunning it with Paladin. The Paladin we named Ketris because it literally is Ketris the Bull. It's literally just a large bull. One of those tourist bulls from Puzzle Quest and Gems of War. That style of tourist bull. So I named it Ketris. And if they don't add a 6 hero class by the time launch happens, we'll do it with that. They also mentioned different cosmetics for the game, which would be kind of interesting. Because they decided not to do that for Gems of War because they found they weren't making enough money for it. The biggest issue with how they did it for Gems of War is they way overpriced it. I think it was like 20 bucks per, well it still is, you can probably see it if you don't own it already. But I believe it was like 20 bucks for a skin, which is obviously very ridiculously expensive. Like $5 is almost pushing it for what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure why they really didn't bother doing it more. And they made it way too overpriced when they did do it. Though I do have both of them. The Dwarf and the Lapina. I can't remember if I got them half off or they were full price. I think I might have just done full price. Just for the sake of having them for the stream. But they're really not worth it. Hello, young Mo Ali. Welcome, welcome. I've been doing pretty good. Yeah, they were mentioning being able to play as followers potentially in some kind of side game mode. That'd be kind of cool. It's kind of unfortunate they won't have any minigames at launch, though, based on what they said. It sounds like something they'll do over time. Though, in all fairness, Gems of War also did not launch with any minigames. Not even Treasure Hunt or Arena existed at the time. The only problem is, after they did those 2 minigames, they didn't really do any beyond that point. How do you choose your weapon in Arena? There's no way to have weapon in Arena anymore. They changed that about a year back. So now whenever you go into Arena, you pick between a common, rare, a legendary, or a common, a uncommon, a rare, and a legendary. You end up picking from. But there's no weapon in Hero or in Arena anymore. The best way to do it, since it drafts from the epic downwards, is keep repicking until you get a ridiculously overpowered epic, and just keep going from there. And just keep trying to find a good epic, and then just auto-win with that good epic. It's generally how Arena is played these days. Though we did do the last Arena event without repicking a single time. But generally, if you want to get it done very quick, you would just repick until you have an ultra strong epic and then just win with that. Because quite a few of them are very auto win because they're boost ratios and they're not really that balanced around Arena. A good number of them. Which makes some of them very strong there. Same as quite a few other troops as well, but obviously Epic generally has the biggest margin to be strong due to its higher base stats and its higher rarity in general. Oh yeah, older weapons that I might have gone over with Arena was likely done before Arena ever got that change. As of about a year ago, they made it so there's no weapon in Arena. We're also making some other tweaks that they did to Arena at the time. We still never got that treasure hunt rework though, because that Arena rework I believe came mid-year last year or a little bit later last year. I know it was last year, I forget when. But we still haven't gotten the treasure hunt rework. And it's not coming next patch either. But hopefully it will at some point. Yeah, a lot of people still wish they could use a weapon in Arena. Not sure if it's something they'll ever bring back, though likely not at this point. The Arena still needs some reworking. Reward's still a bit underwhelming. The weekend event, whenever it does occur, is still very underwhelming as well. Let's see, we'll take that over. Luckily we got full mana, it's already good to go. Hey, one more. Yes, Arena earlier on in the game as you're progressing is insanely good for souls. There does become better options to get souls at some point. However, when you're first starting out and progressing initially, it is actually the best rate in the game for souls. Let's see, we'll take that over. This should hopefully be enough to kill, and it is. There we go. Oh, wait, why did I take the cat stiff if we already have it maxed? Oh well. More pet food. More pet food's definitely not a bad thing, that's for sure. Oh yeah, I finally upgraded the other pet, by the way. I did it off stream. Not this guy, but the other one, so I would stop getting this guy. I was going to max him all the way, but I figured I'll stop a little bit beforehand, because we're not going to need a third pet for a while. But the reason I upgraded him a little bit like that for the last several days, I think we spent almost 600, 700 gems on getting him up a little bit. Main reason I ended up doing that is for whenever we need a third max pet. The other ones were really far away, so I figured I get that one upgraded a little bit. So I deliberately didn't upgrade the other one, so I'd keep getting that offer. But now I already upgraded it, so going forward, we will not see that in the middle anymore. And in doing so, we also got Pride Lance to 19 stars. It was at 16 before. Unfortunately, I can't get 20 because it requires fully trading Bandit, which is a very bad idea if you have it untraded. It is a very good idea to keep Bandits untraded forever. Mostly because he's actually stronger without Stealthy, due to the fact that he has a 35% chance to be summoned off of many hero classes that have Stealthy, or all of them actually, because I believe it's on the same tree. So you generally don't want to have the Bandit have Stealthy, because it not having Stealthy will allow them to have to target the Bandit rather than targeting your hero, which obviously you'd rather lose the Bandit than lose your hero in those situations. Anyways, let it click there. We did that, we did that. Did we finish up the class events? No, I still have one more set to do. I probably got distracted by something. By any number of things. Let's go finish that, then we'll hand out a code. And then we'll probably do token farming. And then all this weekend we'll be doing gnome farming. I should hopefully be able to get some pretty decent progress there. Also, 100%, I am not leaving this weekend without level 1,650. Even if I don't play it as much throughout the weekend, and we have to stay up for like 5 hours Sunday night, we will. I am not leaving this weekend without having level 1,650. Even if we have to grind all Sunday night until reset time. So I highly doubt we'll have to do that, because we'll be able to spread it a little bit throughout the weekend. Should be able to. Hello, Barbara! As well as tomorrow morning. Around noon tomorrow, we'll do the Gems of War stream, of course. As well as our normal time stream every night. Yeah, Arena is pretty good for that. Trying a lot of different teams that you normally wouldn't try. There's a lot of things you would test there that normally you would almost never use in a normal circumstance. But I guess you're trying new stuff, which is nice. I wish I would go through more rarities, though. I still wish we had a epic, legendary, mythic version of Arena. Let's see. I'll take that for now. Who knows? Maybe if they ever add enough boss troops, they will. Because currently, we don't even have enough boss troops for a draft if the other troop was a boss. Or, you know, if it was the Doom rarity or whatever you would call the red border. If it was epic, legendary, mythic, and then the boss troop. Because we won't have the third until the end of this season. Because we're getting another boss rarity trip this end of this season. I'm not sure exactly what day it's happening on. But it's either happening the second to last week or the last week. Or the week prior. One of those three. I would assume either 2 weeks prior or 1 week. Or, you know, in a really final week when I say 1 week. So basically week 9 or week 10 of the event. Which basically means 4 or 5 weeks from now. Which is basically what? Mid-July then. Is what that would come out to. Yeah, we normally stream until exactly that time, 9 o'clock. 8 to 9 every night. Sometimes a little bit longer. We're mostly just grinding at this point anyways. But let me go hand out a code. I did say we would after we finish that out. That also reminds me, I need to go get the other codes. I only have 1 left. Though I technically have 41 left. I forgot to put the other ones in. Though I definitely will need to in 2 days, otherwise we won't have any left. But I have enough codes till probably the end of July at this point, or almost the end. Let's see, we'll put that there, put that there. And there you go. There's the redeem code. Use on jumpsandboard.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says in the bottom left corner right over there is where you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters, starting with VW. And it gives the same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And of course, only usable on the PC mobile version of the game. But there it go. Okay, let's see. So did we do all the things? I believe we have done all the things. Actually, reward event. I haven't done that. Let me do that just to help out the guild. And then that will be all the things. And then tomorrow night when we claim it, it'll be good to go. Let's see. How many more points do we even need? We need, wow, very few. 480 or so. And we're probably going to get almost 100 ourselves. Well, actually, I'm not sure exactly how many points we get for all those things. Let's go contribute our little bit extra. And then the guild will get it to max by tomorrow night. Probably by the end of today, but it'll be off stream. We'll claim it tomorrow. Hopefully get ourselves our power orb. And if not from that, hopefully we'll get something good this weekend from the gnomes. It's the gnome weekend all weekends. It is the goal. Let's see. Oh yes, and as Bill mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. And tomorrow, we'll be streaming around noon, which is, what is that, 16 hours from now? Aside from our normal stream that we do every night. But we'll be doing that and getting the gnome grind in. And highly advised to farm it this weekend. It is the best time to be farming at any point within this game. And they do it about once every 6 weeks or so. That's the best loot of any game mode. By a very exceedingly large margin. It's not even close. Yeah, it only works on the PC mobile version of the game. Unfortunately, it does not work on console. It has to do with some kind of policy on console that kind of prevents them from doing so. Every console version of Gems of War kind of it's pretty much its own thing. It's its own ecosystem and economy and everything. Each one is separated. And the PC mobile has cross-platform with each other. But there's still a player base on every single platform, though. I think the smallest one is Switch, mostly because it was the last one that was started up. So most people who were interested in the game got in on either PC Mobile or one of the consoles that wasn't Switch. Since the Switch version came in like 4 years later compared to the rest of them. Let's see. I'll take that over for now. Oh, we're right back where we started sigil-wise. Good old Val Ravens. We started here 3 weeks ago playing this game. Where's the best way to play in the upcoming Gnome event? Low-level Explorer. Generally doing level 1, 2, or 3 Explorer with any kind of quick kill team. The easiest one to assemble if you just started up the game is Hero using any weapon so that you can gain Hero class XP as long as it doesn't block Rowan. Followed by Rowan, Leprechaun, and ideally Mirage Queen, which you get from throwing Chaos Shards at the Sunken Fleet portal, and then getting it fully traded so you have half elemental start. However, if you don't have that, running double Leprechaun could also work if you have a Leprechaun. But it's this team right here with any weapon. There's basically two teams you'd want to use to farm with. The cheaper one is this one. Or no, sorry, not that one. The cheaper one is this one. And I have the wrong banner right now. Let's see. Where's the right banner? There it is. But the cheaper one is Hero using any weapon that doesn't block Rowan, followed by Rowan, Leprechaun, Mirage Queen. If you don't have Mirage Queen, run double Leprechaun. Rowan you get for free from completing a Farce of Thorns. Leprechaun's random drop. Mirage Queen you get from throwing Chaos Shards at the Sunken Fleet faction in the Underworld. And you can just run any weapon. As long as it doesn't block Rowan, doesn't matter what you use there. I normally just have it set to whatever the weekly thingy is, which is why we have that set there. But yeah, any kind of team kind of similar to that ends up working out really well with the whole get basically Rowan to full mana as quickly as possible, and it just instant wins the battle. The absolute quickest in the entire game is to run one of the Dust Devil variants, either the triple or the double. But unfortunately, this requires Ironhawk, which is an extremely hard to obtain troop, especially multiple. But you'll most likely just be running the Rowan build, because that's a lot more accessible to everyone. It's not too much slower. Rowan wins about 3 to 4.5 times per minute. The Dust Devil build wins about 5.5 to 6.5. So it's about a 2 win per minute difference or so between using Rowan and using the Dust Devil thingy. But that definitely adds up. Given that the more battles you can cycle through, the more gnomes you'll end up getting. Because the only thing that matters for a gnome is not the difficulty of the battle or anything like that. It just matters how quickly you win, basically. Because the quicker you can get through the battle, the more chances you'll have at more gnomes. Since every battle is weighted evenly. Also, it's a good idea to have everything finished with the world event before you start it. Which is a good thing. Our guild is pretty much done here. But the main reason for that is there are some game modes that do not have any gnome chance. And one of them is the world event. So if your guild hasn't gotten the world event done yet, now would be a good time. Because there is a 0% gnome chance during a world event, or at any point, to get it during a world event. Which is why we're doing these battles now. But yeah, if this is your very first gnome event, definitely highly advise grinding a lot. There's actually potential, if you just started 3 weeks ago, to gain more loot during this weekend than you did in the last 3 weeks. The gnome event gives that much loot. Yeah, there's also no gnomes in delves. There's several locations where they aren't. They aren't in PvP. They are in delves. They are in dungeons. They are in pets, oddly enough, even though they are triggered from gnomes. Gnomes are not actually in them. They're not in the world events. They're not in any other event, though I don't think any other event could coincide with it. Like if there's a raids or invasions, I don't think they ever coincide with it anymore. But if there was, there wouldn't be in there. And I don't think I missed any. I think that's all locations where they're not. The main locations where they are is if you haven't finished all the quest lines yet, they're within quest lines. If you haven't finished all the challenges yet, they're in challenges as well. They're in your daily adventure board. And the main way that you get them is generally either through Explore, where most people end up getting all of them, or PvP, where you can do really easy battles. And one nice thing about PvP and Arena is both PvP and Arena has the chance of giving you pet gnomes. They're the only two locations that will give pet gnomes, which will trigger a pet for an hour. Which basically helps your guild perpetually have pet gnomes pretty much the entire Vault event. Or at least more often than normal, if nothing else. When does the event start? It starts in 6 hours. They do it about every 6 weeks for 3 days. So it starts in 6 hours, and it goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday reset it ends, which is 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a timer in game as well, where you can check it. Actually, there should be a timer in game right now for when it starts as well. You don't really get a notification for it, but if you go under the event tabs, it's one of those events that it actually tells you a day in advance when it's coming. We can see it right here. That starts in exactly 6 hours and 14 minutes. And then once it's running, the same page will tell you how much time is left on it. Like tomorrow it'll say like 2 days, 3 hours, or however many left is at that point. But yep, 6 hours, 14 minutes is when it starts. What were we just doing? Short-term memory has made me forget exactly what I was just doing. Oh yeah, world events. That's probably why I forgot. Let's see. It's probably our last battle as well, unless we get Valraven here. And that is not a Valraven. Oh, we're done with the world event. By the time we stream tomorrow night, it'll definitely be done. Actually, by the time we stream tomorrow morning, it should be done. Guild will likely get the rest of the points in by then. You proposed to your lady of 4 years and got Zugaf. Nice. What an interesting combination of things, but congrats. Let's see. Okay, we can go do token grinding then. To the explore. So I assume she said yes, if you're saying this is a good day. Let's see. We'll throw that down. What do we go for here? We'll take yellow for now. Why is every move here bad? Oh wait, why am I using this team? Same thing happened the other day. Though I've been getting better at noticing it. Sometimes I could go like 10 minutes and not even realize I'm using the wrong team. Just because I'm so used to just using whatever I have against whatever I'm up against. That I'll still keep playing it. And then might not even realize I'm in the wrong team with the wrong game mode. Right game mode, wrong team. The ring costs less than Zugaf. That could actually be true. If you were to power grind Zugaf to get him like ultra quick, I think he costs about $400. Which is obviously absurdly expensive. However, it is very much possible to get him for free. There are many free-to-play players that have Zugaf. But yes, if you were to basically auto-buy Zugaf, it's basically $400. But most people don't. And if they do, they generally partially buy the resources for it, not all of them. We got some glory off the glory gnome, which kind of makes sense. This is only drop unless it gives us Valky. Yeah, maybe not less than that. I don't know. I was gonna say that'd be a really cheap ring. Yeah, Zugof's expensive, but not that expensive relative to a ring. Is there a weapon you can use aside from Flamer? Urskia Crown does the red effect, but it doesn't do the burn. Urskia Crown's the closest equivalent. I believe they slightly tweaked how you get it, but if I'm not mistaken, if you haven't already done it, you get it for free from doing Urskia questline. So it might be a few other questlines you need to do too. But if you've done all the questlines, I'm pretty sure you have Urskia Crown laying around. I keep forgetting what the condition is now, because they changed it compared to before. But Urskia Crown is basically Flamer. The two biggest downsides it has is it does 1 less red, so 9 instead of 10. And it does not burn. However, it does have the benefit of being 1 lower mana cost. It also has a summon, though Judge Summon in this kind of team is never really used. So it is weaker than Flamer, which if you have both, you would just run Flamer. But if you don't have Flamer, Urskia Crown's generally an okay alternative in most situations. There's almost no team where Urskia Crown wouldn't function, where Flamer would. It's just normally a weaker version of it. Even though it has a couple additional effects that Flamer doesn't. The effects that Flamer has are obviously more useful. Like the fact it burns, so you can go straight into triple damage burning. And the fact that it is slightly more red. Urskia Crown still does close enough that it would do fine. Theoretically, we can even use any hero weapon we want in first slot. The main reason for using something that creates red is mostly to make sure we can go directly into Zugoff if the board is bad. In the case of Flamer, also to apply burn if we somehow have such a ridiculously bad board that we need it. Because it basically allows us to kill first slot if we get lucky with the red. I mean, with the skull off a cascade from the red. We finally got it at level 1,200. Yeah, it could take a while. I think the average Zugoff takes about 1 year. Though depending on how you go about the game, it can be as low as like a few months or as high as like 2 years. Because some people don't necessarily try for Zugoff immediately. Like for one, they need to even know what Zugoff is. And generally you'd be playing a game for a couple months before you realize like what Zugoff is, how to properly get it and everything. And at that point it just takes a while to save that many orbs. Yeah, Zugoff is currently the only boss troop that actually feels like a boss troop. And Rage Karandura is exceedingly underwhelming. But we'll see what the new one's going to be like. We're getting another one in about 4 weeks or so, so it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Either the 9th or 10th week of the campaign, we're getting a new boss troop. I believe it has double convert too. My biggest concern is it might be too high of a mana cost to justify really using it. Which is the biggest concern with the new boss troop that's coming out at the end of this season. Also, I believe it requires Sun and Moon to craft. So if you didn't get the Sun from a while back, it is in Valky drop table. But, yeah, it's going to be very rare to get. But you need the Moon from this season, which comes out in the 9th week. Or 8th if you've got the bigger pack. And you'll need the Sun from, which I believe was 2 campaigns ago. I can't remember at this point. I'm pretty sure it was 2 campaigns ago. It was whatever one Quazella came in. Quetzal? Whatever that thing is, that one bird. Can't remember if that was the previous one or the one before that. So why have we been doing so bad at metals the last few days? Very unlucky. Well, hello, Imperial. Hello, Logic Slayer, if I didn't already say hi. Hello, Beg for Mercy. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Take a purple. Luckily, did not get the Lycanthropy. Oh, never mind. I did hit one. One nice thing about this place is a lot of them do have immune to Lycanthropy. So ideally, it'll hit one of those so it doesn't accidentally get converted. Unfortunately, not all of them have immune. Just a lot of them in this kingdom. Which makes this a kind of anti-Lycanthropy farming area, which is nice. You don't need to worry about the annoying Lycanthropy effect as much. Because one annoying thing about Lycanthropy in this battle is they're burning. But if they get transformed off of Lycanthropy, they will no longer be burning. So we don't do triple damage after they transform. However, almost everything here has immune. I think like 85% of the kingdom have immune to Lycanthropy. Because that one Undying trait has immune to it off of all undead troops. And almost this entire kingdom is undead. Oh, so I just realized something. Does the Vina ever actually trigger and explore here? I'm not sure how I've never really noticed that. But does the Vina never actually show up? Or am I just going crazy? But doesn't she just not appear? I don't recall seeing her like ever. Yet she's the epic for this place. Maybe it's by design, given that it's like an undead place. But I'm pretty sure every other location has their epic in it. Or maybe all of them are missing their epic and I just never noticed. I would not be surprised if that has literally always been a thing and I've just never noticed it at all. Oh, she does show up? Interesting. I feel like I've never seen her. Now there's just so much undead here that it just seems like it never appears, even though she does occasionally. Can you please tell me when Mrs. Scales rolls onto event keys? Do we even know? I'm not sure if we know. I can check real quick though. Also, why does it keep making a small browser lately? I want a big one. Otherwise I gotta go and manually make it bigger. Let's see. Next Miss of Scales. Let's say hello, Trilogy. Welcome. The next Miss of Scales event is on the next week. That's early. Okay. Well, next week it is. 1 week, actually a few days from now. 4 days from now, Monday. I did not realize it was that close. But yeah, just a few days from now. It is the next event. Next Monday's event. Why, is there something you want from that kingdom? What's in Mrs. Skills that's useful? Other than Max Merilift could be okay. Let's see, Mrs. Scales. What's even here that's not horrible? Oh, it might be one of the weapons. Oh, Merilift's not horrible. Is that the full list? Pretty much. Unless you want them like Max Vinoxy or something. Mambasira. Oh yeah, some people might not be might have missed Mambasira. She came in several months ago? I can't remember exactly what month. But yeah, she came in the last half a year or so. She wasn't that good though. She's pretty underwhelming. That new legend we got from the most recent faction basically does what she does as a legend, but better with a better final trait. So overall, she's pretty underwhelming. But yeah, some people might still be missing it for completionist purposes. And a lot of people probably skipped it just because of how bad she was. Which means she's artificially not obtained. Because sometimes people just skip it if it's a bad mythic. And that basically makes those mythics a lot less populated within the game. making it more likely more people don't have it. Yeah, both of Mrs. Gale's mythics are bad. Uryali is the best poisoner in the game, but poison is a pretty bad effect. Like, the only time it's ever been useful was in synergy with Scorpius. And the other one is Mambasira, both of which are pretty underwhelming mythics. Pretty much the entirety of Mrs. Gale is a pretty underwhelming kingdom. It has a lot of poison-based mechanics, but poison itself is pretty bad. And none of the mechanics really synergize to make poison any better than how bad it already is. Another big issue is the kingdom lacks true damage relative to how poison-based it is. I wish they would have added a lot of bleed to that kingdom and make it like a poison bleed kingdom. Or at least do something to make poison better with it. But it's definitely one of the weaker kingdoms that could definitely use a rework. Who knows, maybe they will next Monday. Highly doubtful though. They have done kingdom reworks in the past. Oh, I very highly doubt we are getting one on Monday, even though the kingdom definitely needs it. What troop are you trying for in your Skea event? Doomed Karandera, of course, cannot be obtained. However, normal Karandera is available through it. And I mean Enraged Karandera when I said the one not available. Normal Karandera is, Enraged is not. Catch you later, Mo Ali. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Doomclaw. Doomclaw, when it first came out, had an like okay rated Devour, but in the current state of the game, it just seems very underwhelming. It's way too luck-based. But of course, it's still needed for completionist purposes, like pretty much everything in the game. Almost everything is connected to kingdoms. Hey, an Anu! Finally, something that's not useless. That is our first non-useless token all week. And by non-useless, I mean Anu or Nisha. Still no Nisha, though. Well, so we haven't even been doing that good on Arania. I think we've gotten 6 or 7 Arania all week. Which is not that good. If nothing else, it's almost a full medal at this point. Catch you later, Kersey. Any idea if we will get a tower for every kingdom? I highly doubt it. Currently, the only kingdom that has a tower is Leonis Tower. And it kind of makes sense that a kingdom like that would have a tower. A few others could have some pretty interesting towers, like Adana having some kind of mech tower would be pretty cool. And a few others like that. However, I am very doubtful every kingdom will get a tower. However, it is very likely more of them will, if nothing else. So I'm pretty sure at no point will we ever have a tower for every single kingdom. Similar to how we're pretty much never going to have a boss troop for every single kingdom. Or who knows, maybe we will. But it will take quite some time. And by quite some time, I mean in the current state of the game, we're talking like 10 years. Unless they do something to adjust both their rates. Because it seems like both of them they'll do like maybe once every few seasons. And at that rate, that's like one of each per year. 1 or 2 of each per year. 34 kingdoms and more plans, that's pretty much never going to be 1 per kingdom. Even though they'll likely try to evenly distribute them, 1 per kingdom in the sense that no kingdom is ever going to have like 2 boss troops, I highly doubt. Each one's only going to get 1. Same as the towers, of course. Like if we get another tower, it's going to be probably evenly spread across the kingdoms. But at no point, I don't really foresee it really being for every kingdom. Unless they have some kind of other way to accumulate them. Because if both of them are only going to come slowly through campaigns, even if they did 1 every single campaign, it would still take forever. And there's no way they would ever do a boss troop every campaign. They cost too many resources. for that to happen. Like, the quickest serve we're going to do is probably once every 3. This one's actually once every 4. If we take the previous time when ellcarjen came out relative to the one that we have this season, at the end of this season. It was a 4 season in between, where we got the first one in Season 1 and the second one in Season 5. So it seems likely they'll do like a 3-4 season gap between the boss troops. Another Rania? Oh, if nothing else, we got a Rania medal worth of Ranias this week. And this weekend, we're not really going to be getting any more tokens. We will be getting a few tokens, but they're all going to be ultra low rarity ones, since we're only going to be spamming Explore 1. So that we can farm the gnomes. Yeah, I really hope we do get more towers. They made the other tower really cheap as well. Like, it was basically free to craft it. If you're at the point where you maxed every weapon in the game already. It's almost like the equivalency of if they made, like, a troop craftable out of trait stones. Like, it was basically that free. As far as the resources to craft it. Unless you didn't have every legendary weapon max, in which case it would be quite a bit harder to get it upgraded. As long as you were doing Underworld a bunch, would have an excess. I don't even do the daily for it, and we still have thousands of excess. They definitely build up by the time you get everything max. Because once you get everything max, you tend to keep everything max. Because the rate at which you accumulate them is quicker than the rate at which they come into the game by quite a margin. The only thing that isn't the case for is medals. Unless you grind medals for like 10 plus hours a day, the rate of medals, or the rate of troops coming into the game, is higher than the medal rate that you could possibly accumulate them by. Oh, I tried for double purple cascade. We somehow missed both of them. I'm not sure what that list is either. The main thing that's throwing me off in that list is the nothing. Otherwise, they're all Soul Forge things. Oh, why did I do that? We already had the win condition. Oh, I guess it still happened, so there we go. Yeah, currently there are several things that can only ever be obtained from Soulforge. There are like special crafts. They are Dawnbringer, Duskbringer, Enraged Karendera, Zugoth, Exynos, and I believe that's everything. Like all the special crafts that can only ever be obtained specifically by crafting them in Soulforge. Oh, and Leonis Tower. All things that can't be obtained by any other means other than crafting them in Soulforge. Not even money can directly buy them. Hey, another Anu. Nice. 2 Anus to stream. Oh, and an metal upgrade too. Nice. Oh, yeah, there is nothing after Season 3 to craft. I see what you mean now. You're listing off what every single, I understand what that list means now. But you're listing off every single thing that, was craftable. So yeah, it was Season 3 where we got the sun. The reason why Season 3 had nothing that was craftable was because the sun is required for, well, I'm still not sure why they didn't add anything that was craftable. But the reason the sun didn't have anything to be used for was because it was required for the moon that comes out this season. And then we get a boss trip at the end of the season. Well, we don't get it, but you know, if you have the resources for it, you can get it. It's probably going to cost 8 power orbs, I would assume, like every other one, which makes it very expensive. However, we have that many. 8 power orbs is 96. Wait, how many is it again? 96. What's 92? Right? What's 8 times 12? 96. I was right the first time. But yeah, it's 96 blue orbs, where a small blue counts as 1 small blue, a big blue counts as 4 small blues, and a power orb counts as 12 small blues. And you need 96 small blue value between power orbs, major orbs, and then the normal blue orb. And then you just craft all your orange, blues, and greens, with the blues being the main bottleneck, into powers. And then those powers become the boss troop. Obviously, you'd want to do that for Zugoff first. However, we have enough to get all 3. We already have Zugoff, we have Enraged Karandera, and as soon as the other one comes out, we'll be able to get that too. Only problem with that is we'll have almost none left. Let me actually do the math real quick. How much value will we have left after we craft the boss at the end of the season? Let's just assume we get 0 blue orbs between now and then, which is exceedingly unlikely, but let's just say it happens. And just do it based on what we have. So 11 times 4 is 44, plus 12 is 56, plus 94 is 150, minus 96 is 54, minus 96 again is 42. I am currently missing 42 small blue value to be able to craft a 4th boss troop. However, we have enough to craft the one that's coming out at the end of the season. However, between now and whenever the next boss troop after the season's boss troop comes out, which should be about 3 seasons at minimum, which is plenty of time. That's like next year. That'll be next year at some point. So still have plenty of time. But within that time, I have to get to 42 small blue value, which should easily happen. Ah, there we go. We did all the maths. We have enough for the next one, and we need 42 more to have the one, enough for the one after that one, which is likely sometime midway through next year, or early next year. It's definitely next year. I highly doubt we're going to be getting another one after the one at the end of the season this year. Because after that one, I'm pretty sure that's the only one we're getting this year. Yes, we should be getting a new boss troop at the end of the season. It's basically a different version of the mythic we're getting. Kind of like what they did for Karandera and Rage Karandera, except slightly different. But basically that premise. Wait, does TerraSport still show 2 new boss troops? I thought it was a mythic and a boss troop. Because one of them was the mythic that you get at the end of the season, and the other one was the boss troop, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Let me double check. Let's see. Where is it? We're too far forward. Oh, when is 6 weeks from now? Or actually 5 weeks. That would be August. Where's all the troop art? Wait, where even are the little spirit thingies? I know the exact icon for it. Where are they? That's weird. Are they around this area? I don't see them. Where are the 2 of them? Unless they're somewhere else. Oh, there they are. Am I that blind? Oh no, they were all the way at the bottom. That's weird. Why don't they have an official date? But yeah, why are both of them marked as boss too? That's kind of weird. Weird. Because one of them should be a mythic. It could just be that the files still have them marked incorrectly. Because last I recall, one's a mythic and one's a boss. Not sure why they're both mentioned as a boss there. It's been like that for a while now too. But it could just be the files are identifying them as such until it gets closer to the time for them. Because I highly doubt it's two bosses. And we can even see the one that's in game. It's obviously not a boss. Because you can see the one that's all the way over to the right in the menu over here. As we take tribute again. If we go in our menu, that's not the right menu. Did I ever claim the last thingies for this? I did not. Let me grab that. Oh, we could have had no more stats this entire time. Fail. I forgot. I could have had 5 extra armor all week, though I don't think that would have been relevant for any battle we've done all week. But there we go. I came in here for something and already forgot what it was. Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, you can see it's a mythic. It is very obviously a mythic. And if we compare it to this other one, that's that. Like, that's the same thing. It's that troop. It probably even has the same name, too. Oh, no, it's actually here in Scroll. Okay. There are 2 different things, then. Because they are named differently. Unless they just had change of plan and they left this in the files and then never changed it. But yeah, it is a different name. Weird. I know, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it is a bit different, isn't it? Very strange. It could just be that they had a change in plans to what they were going to do with it. But anyways. Let's go for one more chest. And hopefully have something good. What's the next faction kingdom? I forgot off the top of my head. I didn't check it while I was gone. Next faction kingdom is for Golvania. Oh no. Don't add immune to burn, please. Please don't add immune to burn. Wait, what date is it again? Oh, please tell me they did not add immune to burn. Let's see. Oh no! Oh no! Only one of them though, right? Okay, only one of them has immune to burn. That's not too bad. But yeah, no longer will this kingdom have no immune to burns. Oh, why'd I have to add this troop? Very unfortunate. Yeah, that thing. Does have fireproof. Though that's not too big a deal because you could just Zug off it and be good to go. Even if a kingdom had a few immune to burns, it wouldn't make too big of a difference. It's still very unfortunate though. But yeah, Golvania will no longer be a 0 fireproof kingdom as of that next faction. That's not too big a deal because you can just Zug off it. No, it still will be a factor we have to consider every battle now. Whereas currently we don't have to at all, which makes it a lot more convenient. But it's not really too big a deal. Very rarely is it actually going to slow us down. It just requires more mental paying attention to what the team is. Because currently we can just Zug off literally anything, it doesn't really matter. We might want to target the boss troop, but it really doesn't matter too much what we target for overall speed. But once that fireproof comes in, we have to make sure we Zug off the horse, the undead horse, so it doesn't fireproof us. But anyways, guys, any other questions? Otherwise, we'll probably call it a night for now. We will be back tomorrow afternoon at noon Eastern Standard Time, which is in 15 hours from now. The Vault event, if you want to go and participate in this weekend, highly advised. It's a great time to be farming in the game. It starts in 5 hours and 41 minutes, and will be lasting for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and goes all the way until the Monday reset time, which is in 3 days and 5 hours and 41 minutes is when it ends. And of course, it starts in 5 hours, 41 minutes. Great time to be farming. We'll be doing that at noon tomorrow, going for quite a bit, and we'll be doing on every nightly stream this weekend at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, grinding a bit and going from there. And we'll probably do a big Sunday stream if I somehow have not gotten to level 1,650 yet. Because I am not ending this weekend without level 1,650. Even if we have to farm all Sunday night. I'm pretty sure it's going to be distributed a bit more throughout the weekend, but I definitely want to have it before the end of the weekend. Though I'm pretty sure we'll be able to. Dust Devil gets EXP very quickly. We might even have it by the end of Saturday. Let's see. What class do you use for the Zugov team? The Slayer hero class. The main reason for this is it has Enrage, a lot of Enrage, and triple damage burning into Enrage ends up one-shotting everything. There are other hero classes that obviously have Enrage, but one of its biggest benefits is that it gains Enrage off of an enemy dying. And with Zugov and other things, it basically just makes it so you always redo your Enrage instead of needing to worry about an extra turn, which makes it very strong for constantly just having Enrage, and then you just poke, 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 and they all die instantly. Because every single time you get a kill, it refreshes your Enrage. Whereas otherwise, you would normally need to get an extra turn skull or something similar to refresh it, which is a lot more inconvenient compared to just getting it every time you get a kill by one-shotting something. Slayer hero class, unfortunately, is extremely non-tanky, but it one-shots everything, so it works. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. Best of luck with the Vault event, and I will be back at noon tomorrow to go and start the grind on it. And you can start in about 6 hours from now when the event goes live. And, of course, it goes for 3 days. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by, as always. Greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.